Is shaken, my peeps. I cannot wait to share with you the official collector's edition for Aladdin 3477. So much to talk about. Before I dive into the actual book, I want to chat about what an official collector's edition is. So I grew up with these and they still exist today. Maybe some of you collect these and already know what they are, but I wanted to share some of my collection and I wanted to talk about why this is so important to me, why I think it's so cool, and why I think you are absolutely going to love this. So when I was growing up, and I don't mean to make this like in my day, like Robbie the Robot, right? Um, uh, but when I grew up, it was right before the whole digital takeover with the internet and everything else. So we really had limited access to everything, but there were some really cool things about it. This is a day and an age where, and it wasn't necessarily better then, but one thing that was interesting is like back then, if you wanted to see the movie trailer for something, no joke, I remember people would go see films that they had no interest in seeing, but if they knew that the new Star Wars movie trailer was attached to it and that they would be able to see the trailer, they would pay for a movie ticket and go see the movie trailer, and then they'd leave, right? Because they didn't want to see whatever film, was attached to it. It was worth the price of admission just to get a glimpse of the trailer. And now, of course, we can watch them over and over, and we have access to all of this right at our fingertips. Which, by the way, is amazing because the movie trailer for Aladdin 3477 is now almost at 1 million views. I think we just crossed over 900,000. Wow. So I don't mean to make this at all like it was better back when I was a kid. No, it's not like that at all. But the official collector's edition souvenir books are awesome, and they still make them to this day. And I want to share with you some from my own collection. So I never had this as a kid, but I acquired this as an adult. To my knowledge, I don't know if this is where it started, but this is the oldest one I have. This is from the original Star Wars movie, and you can see at the top, official collector's edition. And what this is, this just has really cool, it's got photos from the film, it's got behind the scenes, all kinds of really cool stuff from the film. And again, back before the internet, when you didn't have access, this is before VHS, when you didn't have access to the films or being able to watch them at whim, or even being able to watch the movie trailers, you had these books that you would just pour through and you would read all about them. And the fact that this is an official collector's edition, it's like a nice premium book. This isn't, I mean, it's kind of like a magazine, but it's a nice hardbound book, and there's no advertisements in it. It's official, which I assume that just means this is licensed and it's put out by the studio. So this isn't just kind of a hatchet job thrown together. This is the real deal. And these were just so cool to go through and to get all of your information about these. The one I remember the most as a kid, and I'm sure I have a lot of friends my age that can back me up on this, but this is the official collector's edition for The Empire Strikes Back. And oh my gosh, I've seen The Empire Strikes Back so many times. I've definitely spent more hours as a kid going through this, where there's cool, there's character bios of the characters, and you would learn all about them. And then there's different parts that are just kind of without spoiling the movie, although maybe this one did spoil the movie. And there would be cool, check out these Ralph McQuarrie concept paintings. And then in the back, there was all of this really cool, the making of, where they would show some of the storyboards. They'd talk about the script, the concept art, how they designed everything, filming on location, building the Millennium Falcon, Industrial Light and Magic. I remember this was my first introduction to what exactly Industrial Light and Magic, what's that? These were just great. They were so cool, such a great way to kind of learn about the films and really, really super cool. So when I was a kid, I used to draw my own official collector's editions for all kinds of movies. I used to also make my own my own pop-up books and my own comic books, my own choose your own adventures that were illustrated, but I was all about the official collector's edition. Some of these are not in as great of shape, because I was a kid and just through moves and being tossed in boxes and stuff. But here's the official collector's edition for Blade Runner. Just all kinds of cool stuff inside. The official collector's edition for Return of the Jedi. Here's one for Dune. This one I remember is cool because just the way that it's designed, some of the layouts just have a really unique look that was just kind of it's official. That was part of it too, that I really thought for some reason as a kid, like I just remember the fact that these weren't just collector's editions. These were official collector's editions, and super, super cool. By the way, we're live. So if you guys have comments or questions, feel free to say it. Don't spray it. Justin Salazar, this is yours. The reason I'm giving this up is because, yeah, this is an official movie magazine and this has advertisements in it, but it's not the official collector's edition. There's a difference. Of course, they, as time went on, of course they made, oh, this is the official Souvenir magazine. And of course, they still do them to this day, right? And it's the Insider's Lucasfilm Guide. It's official, yo. Now, some of you might be saying, okay, like why do they put the word official on there? Do they really need to, what? Are there actually just collector's editions? Oh yeah, there are. In fact, here's one right here. This is put out by Rolling Stone magazine. It's not actually official. It's just the collector's edition. What does that mean? Well, it means there's advertisements in here, and this is put out by Rolling Stone. So this is a little bit, it's a little bit snarky when magazines do this, like Rolling Stone does this, Life magazine does this, Time magazine does this. And a lot of times what they'll do is they will, if there's something hot, they will make, it's kind of like a fake product, and they will put out a collector's edition. It's basically a magazine, but they'll make it really nice and hardbound, and then they'll put collector's edition at the top. And basically, this is Rolling Stone's way of taking from Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. They don't have to pay for it because they make it like it's a news edition. It's just focusing on The Hobbit in this case, and then they get to take money for it. So it's kind of weird when they do that, because like Life magazine, which during the time Eddie Van Halen was alive, never did a special edition, or Life magazine never even put Eddie Van Halen on the cover, right? But as soon as he died, they definitely made a really nice glossy collector's edition Edward Van Halen. They put him on the cover. They put all these articles in there, all these never before seen photos, right? And they sell it for like $15, and you can find it at, grocery stores and everything. And it's really weird because it's put out by Life magazine, but they only capitalize it after his death. So it's kind of like the opposite of Life. That's horrible. And then they're essentially making money from the Eddie Van Halen estate. But still, if you're into it, of course, collectors have to get it. So here's Rogue One, the official collector's edition. Solo, the official collector's edition. And of course, they do this for a lot of the Marvel films. Sometimes like this one is Journey to Guardians of the Galaxy. So the movie doesn't come out yet, but this is their way of capitalizing. If you're excited about this movie coming out, they have some behind the scenes exclusive interviews, photos, and a sneak peek at the upcoming film. And of course, the official collector's edition. But we're not here to talk about the old. We're here to talk about the new. And so I wanted to share with you guys your first look at the official collector's edition. This is very exciting because you guys are going to get, you're going to get this in April. Anyone who backs the Kickstarter at any reward tier is going to get the official collector's edition. It comes in the first swag box. The first swag box has 10 items now. It comes with 8, but there's already 2 thank you gifts. And as soon as we cross over 1 million views on YouTube, there's going to be another thank you gift that I'll be revealing on the live stream lounge this Sunday. Here's your look at the cover artwork by yours truly. And I can't tell you how much time I've spent cover to cover designing this book, obviously creating the artwork for the cover. And the thing I like about these books, I've actually spent years on this book, and all of the time that I've put into it, obviously writing it, but also assembling and kind of curating the coolest photos, photos that are rare, or some of them are never before seen photos. There's so much really cool content. And then my favorite part, one of the things I really enjoy, is the page layout. And it's all about presentation, how everything is put together. So I wanted to share with you guys some of those layouts today. Here, actually, I can take this banner off here so you can see just a little bit more clearly. Here is a look. This photo is by Paul Michael Kane, who I'm going to have as a guest in a couple weeks on the live stream lounge as he's coming into town. But this is kind of a look at what's inside. And you can kind of see here, there's actually 4 sections to the book. The first section is some of the main characters. The next section is called Global Adventure, and it kind of shows the story, shows a lot of the characters, a lot of the locations without spoiling the movie for you, but it's a lot of really cool background information that's kind of a supplement to the film. The next section is the making of, and there's such a really cool, if you're interested in how these films are made, this book is really going to dive deep into how all of that was put together. And then the last section is called Around the World, and that's kind of like the meta version of Aladdin 3477. So it kind of talks about the Kickstarter, but it also goes back to some of the places we have promoted Aladdin 3477 around the world at Full Sail University and at the Star Wars celebrations. It kind of takes a look at some of the products and the toys and just kind of Aladdin 3477 as we know it kind of in real life. That's kind of the 4 sections of the book. So here's a foreword with yours truly. The first section, and I'm not showing the entire book, I'm just kind of sharing just a few layouts here with y'all. But the first section is characters. So I wanted to share a couple spreads from that. So the information in here is actually pretty awesome because you'll notice here, even for Fiji, this is kind of like a blueprint, and it kind of shows you all of the little buttons and all of the little things that that Fiji has, what everything is called. So for those of you like me that like to nerd out on a lot of the specific details, this will show you exactly that. The Princess of India, Princess Kamala, and Christy Perovsky, the actress who plays Princess Kamala, is going to be a guest on the live stream lounge this Sunday, so be sure to tune in for that. We've got a special show, lots of cool stuff we'll be sharing. So this is when we get into the section of the book that kind of shows, it doesn't reveal the entire story, but it's just got some background of the locations, some of the characters, And I really wanted to do this in a way where it doesn't spoil the movie, but it kind of enhances some things that you'll know, kind of preps you for the film. Or the cool thing is, if you happen to see this film before you read the official collector's edition, this is all just additional information that that you will dig and get into. So it's kind of cool because you'll see characters. This will also show some of the different props, some of the different weapons, some of the different vehicles. And again, I just had a blast designing the layouts of this. And I think page layout is something, again, I was just so inspired when I was a kid. And some of these older books are a little bit more retro with their page layouts. But I just love, you know what? I just love creativity. I love creating music. I love creating movies. I love creating paintings. I love writing, and I love page layout. I love it's this really cool art form that I can't tell you how many hours I put into not only writing each page and assembling all of the photos and getting all the information together, but also just trying to design them in a way where your eyes kind of flow across the page, and it just makes it a fun read. So this is an example of one of the pages that's behind the scenes. And so it's kind of broken down into different segments of the process of filmmaking. So you've got everything from writing the script to the storyboards and the concept art. There's filming on location, but also building sets and filming indoor sets, filming outdoor sets, practical effects, digital visual effects, and compositing. All of that is covered every step of the way. So it's a really cool, detailed look in this book. And then this is one of the pages. The last section of the book is, as I mentioned, it's kind of meta because it's kind of showing up to this point what we've been doing to promote. It's actually going to feature some of the Kickstarter, some of the contests that I have going on now. So actually some of those pages I haven't designed yet. That's the very last thing. As soon as the Kickstarter wraps, I've got a few more pages to put together, and then the book gets printed, and the book is shipping this April. Obviously I'm very excited about it. It's just super, super cool. And what a great souvenir book to have for the first film. And it is 96 full color pages. And if you include the cover, like the inside and outside of the cover, it's actually 100 pages, but the pages on the inside, 96 pages. And as you can see, chock full of really, really cool images. I just can't wait for you guys to get this book. In my mind, this is really the first, I mean, you could say the Kickstarter is the first splash and the movie trailer and everything, but in terms of the actual Aladdin 3477 experience, this really is intended to be the first experience, is going through this book. It was always kind of designed to be that way. And again, here's a look at the cover. So the way to get this book, if you are interested, the Kickstarter. And again, Kickstarter is not charity. You're not going to go there. It's not going to keep stealing your money or anything like that. If you are interested in getting this book, all you have to do, there's different reward tiers, and you can, I mean, there's all kinds of things you can do, but it's kind of set up in a way where there's 4 main swag boxes that deliver throughout the year. The lowest tier is just for the first swag box. And if that's all that you want, cool. The first swag box is pretty amazing because as you can see here, you get as you see here, you get 8 items, and you can see you get the official collector's edition. It is $45, and there is a shipping charge as well. But in addition to the official collector's edition, you get the Aladdin block figure, as you've seen, the Fiji enamel pin, which I will be revealing soon, There's actually 5 different designs you can choose for a t-shirt. Plus there's 4 more secret items you're going to get. On top of that, we have already unveiled 2 thank you gifts. And the first one is the Hong Kong Trooper. This is going to come in that same swag box. You get this for free just because you guys are awesome. As well, you guys get the sticker sheet for free just because you guys are awesome. I'm going to be announcing what the new thank you gift is, and this thank you gift actually has nothing to do with the Kickstarter. This is just because we are crossing over soon into 1 million views, the movie trailer on YouTube. Wow, that is so awesome. I'm so thankful. I'm going to be announcing the new thank you gift. Now, the new thank you gift may not be for everyone. The new thank you gift might be at a certain reward tier or higher. I can't just keep throwing all of this stuff in for free because all of this stuff costs money. And so I'll have the details on that this Sunday in the live stream lounge. Wow, we're going early today. Come on, Matt. Some of us are painting until 5 in the morning. David, I feel your pain, and I usually also am up until 5 in the morning. Strangely, last night I actually slept the whole night through for the first time in forever. And even my girlfriend was like, because I went to bed at a normal hour, and she was like, "Wait, did you just sleep all night?" And I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "You didn't get up and work at all, like during the night?" I was like, "No, I did not." So hopefully I'm on a regular schedule now. Actually, that would be amazing if I could be like the rest of the world. That would be awesome. So real quick, we need to talk about the official trailer. Oh my gosh, wow, we are crossing over into 1 million views. And also the Recreate My Trailer contest. For those of you that are interested, you still have about 2.5 weeks to jump on this. And I cannot wait to see all of the cool things you guys are doing for this. Again, you can find this on YouTube, find all the official rules there. There are assets you can download where you can download clean copies of the trailer, the video, or the audio, or the songs in the trailer that Fixed Music has agreed that you can use for the contest only. But if you wanted to remix the music, and I've got additional video footage there that has clean sound without the music on top of it for the dialogue. Also, I have clean shots that don't have like the logo or fades and dissolves on top, so that you can work with the footage, not only from the trailer, but the footage that is in the Kickstarter video. Check out all those assets. You still have 2.5 weeks. I cannot wait to see what you guys do for that. If you're not as ambitious to do something crazy big for the Recreate My Trailer contest, I'd still love to see you draw Aladdin in your style. I've been sharing them on Instagram and in my stories on Instagram and Facebook. I've been sharing them on the Aladdin 3477 Instagram and Facebook, and we've been taking a look at them on the live stream lounge as well. Really, really awesome art. All of it is so cool. Thank you guys for all of that. Real quick, I wanted to talk about the Fidgy designer toy. So you guys have all seen Fidgy by now, of course, right? And it was unveiled on the live stream lounge the other day, the new Fidgy variant, which is inverse Fidgy. It's the same colors as Fidgy, but everything is inverted, right? And super, super cool. I love inverse Fidgy. To me, it looks like a sweet pair of sneakers or something like that. Just some sweet kicks. I need some shoes that look like this. Anyway, we are going to be revealing the next Fidgy variant toy this Sunday on the live stream lounge. So be sure to tune into that on Sunday at 9 p.m. EST. And as well, on the live stream lounge, we are going to have special guest Christy Perovsky. She is going to be in the house, answering questions, hanging out with us, enjoying a candy bar drink. And she's just amazing. I can't wait for you guys to meet her. All right. That's all I got. We'll end on a cool image here. Oh, wait. at the end. This is the book. Isn't this wild? I cannot wait for you guys to get this book. You're going to get it this April. And all you have to do is back the Kickstarter at any reward tier, and it is going to be yours this April, this awesome deluxe book. And I assume David's talking about that I got a full night's sleep last night. I did. Feels pretty good. Still need coffee, but it feels pretty good, not gonna lie. All right, gang, you guys are amazing. Thank you so much. Be well. Please tell people about the Kickstarter, and tell your friends specifically. I appreciate the shares. Please continue to do that. But a lot of people don't actually see when you're sharing something. So be sure to directly, if you have friends that are interested in Disney or Aladdin or Star Wars or independent filmmaking or martial arts or robots, be sure to tell them. All right. With that, I'm out of here. Thank you guys for joining in. Leave me some comments. Let me know what you're excited to see in the Aladdin 3477 Official Collector's Edition.